Her hand paused on the doorknob, the scent of her perfume drifting into the hallway like a memory already slipping away. "I won't be long," she said, words that should have felt ordinary, even comforting. Yet that night, something in her tone felt different, light, distant, as if she weren't trying to reassure me, but rather to show me how little my comfort mattered. From the couch, my fingers wrapped around the edge of a cooling coffee cup. I looked up, my voice soft. "Take your time." And then, before I could stop myself, I added, "There's nothing left here for you." My voice remained steady, unnervingly calm. She froze at the doorway for a single heartbeat, her shoulders stiffening ever so slightly before she stepped out. The door clicked shut behind her, leaving a silence heavy enough to show she hadn't just taken her keys. She had walked away with what remained of us. The unraveling hadn't started that night. It began months ago with a collection of small, seemingly harmless cracks, extra hours at the office, her constant attachment to her phone, even in the bathroom. The way her lips curved into quiet smiles at screens I couldn't see. At first, I blamed myself. Work had been draining. Maybe I wasn't attentive enough. Maybe I hadn't given her reasons to stay close. But instinct rarely lies, and mine whispered louder with each passing day. The first undeniable fracture came 3 weeks ago. She said she was meeting a friend, but an hour later, her location pinged from a hotel across town. I told myself it was a glitch, a mistake, anything but the truth. Accepting it would mean facing the reality that the woman I had built my life with had already left me in every meaningful way. When she finally returned that night, late as always, I sat on the couch pretending to watch TV. Her heels clicked softly across the floor. "You're still up?" she asked, masking surprise with casual lightness. "I was waiting," I replied evenly. "For what?" she asked, her eyes sliding past mine as she set down her purse. "For you. Maybe for the truth." That broke her composure, if only for a moment. Her practiced smile returned almost immediately, pitying, dismissive. "James, not tonight. I'm exhausted. Where were you?" My voice didn't falter. "With Anna," she answered too quickly, too smoothly. "Anna," I repeated, keeping my gaze on her. She wavered. "What's that supposed to mean?" I stood slowly. "It means I know you weren't with Anna." The air thickened. She reached for her phone, fingers trembling. "You've been tracking me," she whispered. "No," I said. "Your phone gave you away. Maybe it was a mistake. Or maybe fate wanted me to know." After that night, we moved through the house like strangers sharing the same walls, speaking only when necessary. Neither of us named it, but the truth buzzed between us like a live wire. And then tonight, she dressed with more care than she had in months. Makeup applied just so, perfume lingering on her skin, that black coat I once adored. "I won't be long," she said. I gave her my answer. When the door closed, I went to her nightstand. The second phone sat there, exactly where I knew it would be. On the screen, her double life was laid bare. "Can't wait to see you again. Same place tonight. He doesn't suspect a thing." And one message that hollowed me entirely. "He's so distant now. I think he knows. I just want this to be over." Over as in me. I didn't scream. I didn't smash the phone or tear through her closet. I simply sat on the edge of the bed, scrolling through every lie, every betrayal, until trust itself felt like a corpse lying between us. She returned past midnight. The fridge hummed in the quiet as I waited in the kitchen under a single lamp. "You're awake again?" she asked, annoyed this time. "Yeah," I said. "Wanted to make sure you got home safe." Her eyes narrowed. "You're acting strange." I set the second phone on the counter between us. Blood drained from her face. "Where were you?" I asked, calm but sharp. Her hand hovered near the phone. "You went through my things." "No," I said. "I went through our things. And I found him." Tears immediately welled in her eyes, the guilty kind. "James, don't." I interrupted gently. "Don't tell me it just happened. Don't call it a mistake. This wasn't a stumble. This was deliberate." She broke then, crying openly, voice trembling through excuses. Dinners turning into nights, loneliness at home, how he made her feel alive again. Alive. That word lingered long after her voice faded. Did she really think that, to feel alive, she had to destroy what we had built? The next morning, I placed 2 packed suitcases by the door. Mine stayed, hers didn't. Where am I supposed to go? She whispered, panic edging her voice. I'm not leaving, I said, sipping my coffee. You are. Please, James, can't we talk about this? We did. You just never listened. In the days that followed, she tried to bargain, reminding me of our history, everything we'd built. But the foundation she spoke of was gone, crushed beneath the weight of her choices. I filed for separation, froze the accounts, changed the locks once she'd collected her essentials. She walked away with a suitcase, an empty apology, and the illusion of a prize for the man in the shadows. But he didn't win her heart. He claimed the remnants of her wreckage. Weeks later, she called. I just wanted to see how you're doing, she said softly. I'm good, I answered truthfully. Better than I've been in a long time. I made a mistake, she whispered. No, I corrected. You made a decision. Silence stretched between us, heavy with all the words that would never be spoken. Then she asked, fragile, So, there's really nothing left for me? I closed my eyes, feeling months of grief pressing down, and exhaled. No, not here. Healing doesn't roar. It flickers quietly. In morning coffee, sipped alone without bitterness. In nights when the bed feels less like absence, more like space. In the first smile at a stranger that doesn't feel like betrayal. I think of her sometimes, not with anger, not even sorrow, but with the detached curiosity reserved for a story you once loved, only to be betrayed in its final chapters. She said she wouldn't be long. I told her, take your time. And this time I meant it, because time is mine.